KSU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
And you are 1 hour away from the first keyword of the day to score a trip to see Olivia Rodrigo's Guts Tour down under in Australia. She'll be performing in Sydney. We have a chance for you and a friend to go. It is a round-trip airfare all the way to Sydney.
That would be awesome to
And
go
then
to
hotel,
Australia.
and then prime seats for her show.
You never heard anyone say they're going to Perth.
I know, it's true, Perth.
Wait, Sydney or
I'm
Melbourne?
going to Brisbane.
That's true.
No, I'm going
I
to
would assume
Queensland.
Because Sydney is
No.
like the what?
That's
It's like the New York of.
yeah.
They
But
have
I
the
mean, if I was
Opera
going to go to
House, but
Australia,
you
I'd
go to
make my
Melbourne.
rounds. I'd hit it all.
You go to Melbourne. Melbourne is Houston and Sydney is Dallas. It's like everyone knows Dallas because they got that TV show. Everyone knows Sydney because that Opera House.
That's pretty much you, right?
But Melbourne's the superior city, in my opinion. All right, so 1 hour from now, your first keyword of the day for Olivia Rodrigo in Australia.
Now, it's time for Roula and Ryan's Revenge.
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
104.1 KRBE.
Oh, parental discretion is always advised
Well,
with
you never
revenge.
know what's going to happen here. People get real snarky. I mean, the whole thing about revenge is you're already mad. You're already mad. Why are you
So
mad,
by
bro?
its very concept, you're going to make somebody even more angry.
Exactly. So you go to krbe.com, you get in contact with Eric, and he is going to lead you down the path of, okay, so what is it again now? Why are we
Righteousness.
doing? What are we doing? You've
I don't know
already
if that's
gotten your
it.
revenge. You've already gotten your revenge. The person that you got revenge on just doesn't know it yet. So let's find out what's happening because Karen is sitting by to give us all the details. Hi, Karen. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
Karen.
Karen. So why are you with us here on Revenge?
My husband and I, we filed for divorce a while back, so we're like in the final stages of the divorce proceedings. And, I have a really good friend named Jasmine, and she seems like she's really supportive of me all the time. Except for, yeah, right.
I
Except
can already
for-
guess this. Is she supporting your husband in the bedroom?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's where it goes. However, I did start to notice, well, first of all, my husband's an idiot and he leaves his phone out unlocked all the time. And, if you leave it on there, it's going to get looked at. So I happened to see some text messages back and forth between Jasmine and my husband, and she's like encouraging him to leave me, like to divorce me, and encouraging him through this whole process, which it surprised me because I feel like she's supposed to be my friend. She's supposed to be supporting me in this whole process.
Hey, was Jasmine telling your soon-to-be ex inside information about your plan and what's going on with your lawyers and stuff?
Kind of like giving him a heads up on things. Exactly. I mean, and moral support, like you can do this, stay strong. I'm like, wait a minute, who's the person that she's
Can I
supposed
ask
to be?
you a question, though? I mean, who was friends with Jasmine first, you or him?
Me. She's my friend.
Hold on. She's not the source of your divorce?
I don't see any kind of text that it displays like an affair or anything like that. But I do think that it looks like these texts go back to before we started the full divorce proceedings.
Oh, man, you must really be going back.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's been encouraging him since the beginning of the whole, of us separating.
Well,
So-
is this Jasmine, is she in a relationship herself?
She's married. She's married, yeah.
Yes, she is.
Okay, now wait. But what was the reason for you guys? Because you guys are divorcing anyway. And was there any cheating in your relationship?
Honestly, I don't see any sign of that, but who knows? Who knows? At this point, I feel like I don't know either.
But it's
of
not
them
the
very
reason
well.
you guys are divorcing. The
Yeah, that's
reason
what
you're
I'm looking
divorcing
for.
is falling out of
No.
love, all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. What's the reason that you're divorcing? Because now you're all like, what's up with this Jasmine girl?
Well, I mean, I wanted to work it out. I encouraged us going to therapy and, trying to work it out between the two of us because, I really do love him. I really wanted to be good. And but then all through the text messages, the chain between the two of them, she's encouraging him not to go to therapy and that he should just end it and not try to string it out for too long. And just so confused.
How does this girl not want your man then? I mean, it sounds to me like she wants
Yeah.
your man.
But this is not roses. A lot of times revenge starts out like sounding like roses, but you're getting revenge on your friend Jasmine for doing what? Encouraging your husband to go after you more in the divorce?
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, this is as deep as them cheating. It's like I feel like she's cheating on me as a friend. And, of course, him, having the secret conversations with her. Yeah, I feel violated.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not cool, especially your friend going behind your back. Did she trash talk you at all in any of these exchanges?
I mean, not like directly, but like saying that I'm like not a good wife and that I'm not supportive and that I don't listen to him.
That's trash talking.
That's not nice.
100%.
That's not a good friend.
Okay, so
See,
Jasmine.
look at me. I'm still trying to defend her, even though, she's done this horrible thing to me.
Which is kind of funny because I know what your revenge is.
Well, when we don't, but let's find out. So Jasmine is standing by. She has not heard anything we've already
no.
talked about. We're going to conference her in now. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. Good morning, Jasmine.
Hey, guys. I love your show.
Well, thank you. I'm very excited that you're excited to be here, although it's not the most exciting reason to be on our show today.
I hope you continue to like our show.
Please remember that what you just said at the end of this. Hopefully you still feel that way.
Yeah, because you know what we do on Tuesdays, right?
Revenge.
In this case, Jasmine, you've been pegged as the baddie.
Wait a minute. What do you mean I'm on the revenge?
Well, let me just tell you who's on the phone with us also. It's your friend Karen. Say hi, Karen.
Hey.
Yeah, what is up?
Well, I don't think it's too much of a surprise for you, but you're supposed to be a friend of mine, and I know that you were going behind my back, talking to my husband during our divorce proceedings, encouraging him to separate from me.
Well, you can't fault me for supporting my other friend.
Yeah, but Jasmine, Karen told us that she saw her husband left out his phone, and she went through the entire text exchange. So everything you've ever written to her husband, she saw it.
Yeah,
Jasmine, if you're giving him information on what lawyer to go to, you're telling him that if he needs,
he doesn't know what
to
lawyer to go to. What do you want me to just be like? Oh, sorry, I can't help you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you should do.
You're her friend.
Yeah, I have allegiance to Karen. This is making me uncomfortable. I think it's inappropriate you're asking me. Go ask somebody else.
I'm an adult. I'm not going to choose sides because that's ridiculous.
Right, but you did choose sides.
Karen told us that you actually said things like, she's not a good person. She's not a good wife.
Yeah, how do you explain that one?
To be honest, she's not the easiest person on the planet. She's not pleasant.
But even if that's the case,
She's not pleasant.
even
That's
if
not
this
a
is
good
true,
friend.
hold on, Jasmine, even if that's true, you are her friend first. Your allegiance is to her.
Have I not been supportive of you? I've tried. You are so impossible. You're just not. He doesn't.
So
he's
because
such a sweet
you
guy.
invited
He's
me
not
out for a
happy.
drink.
Look, the fact that you're on this segment means your friendship's going to be over soon, but I don't really know exactly why, other than what we've already talked about. So what do we
Karen,
need to know
go
here,
ahead.
Karen?
Well, Jasmine, you meddle too much. You get into the middle of things, and you try to act like your life is so good. And, since you interfered with my life so much, why don't you ask George how solid your marriage is?
What do you mean I should ask George?
I just think you should take a moment and really study and see, what he says when you ask him about how your marriage is going.
Our marriage is fine.
I don't know about that.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Karen,
So what
go ahead.
happened there?
Tell everybody.
Well, I have been sleeping with George.
Oh,
Your
my
man,
God.
your husband is cheating on you with me.
Oh, my God.
That's so much worse than the initial, act. She
Yeah,
went
what-
behind your back, and you slept with her husband?
Karen, you're on our show telling us that your friend is showing allegiance to your soon-to-be ex and you're sleeping with her husband? That's ridiculous. What are you doing?
You conniving.
Whoa! That's the one word that you
You're
can't say.
a horrible, horrible. She's just saying that because she wants to get under my skin, but he wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, really? So he doesn't have a birthmark under his inner thigh, right next to his.
Oh, my God.
Right next to his what now? Okay.
I
Got
had
it.
to bleep that.
You better have known that because we went to the beach in the summer. If I find out
No.
that you have touched
I know that because my face was right
sweetest
next
man
to
in
it.
the world.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God. Okay, we're done. This is getting out of hand. Karen, this is getting way out of hand, Karen.
I
That's
hope you
uncalled
like how
for.
it feels. I hope you like how it feels.
I still don't feel like this is bad. You're worse than what the actual thing done to you was. You're a terrible revenger.
Well, this is a long time. No. This is exactly what she deserves. Exactly.
No, it's not. No, that was messed up. I mean, it's
The
just so
revenger
much
and the
worse.
revengee. Which one's the worst one? I'm sleeping with your husband because you talk trash about me to my ex.
Yeah, nice. Some people. What was that movie? You talk about
Which
my
one?
family.
Oh, The Campaign
Yeah, how'd
with
that go?
Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. He's like, he goes, steal my son, turn the page, blank your wife.
Yeah. Actually, romance.
Get a broom because it's a mess.
That movie's a funny movie.
Underrated.
It is
really
because
is.
I was on a plane once and it was a choice to watch it, and I'd seen it once before and I didn't think it hit that well. And then when I was on the airplane watching it, I thought it was funnier than the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
Kind of grew on me. I was like, oh, that's funny. These
Where does he
one-liners.
go, by the way, Zach?
Galifianakis?
Zach?
He still does Between Two Ferns, doesn't he?
Did you
I don't
see-
even see that much anymore.
Did you see on Netflix? He did the Between Two Ferns movie on Netflix, and it is hilarious.
That's like the last thing I saw him do.
Yeah, that's it. He's kind of laid
I saw
low.
him on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Jerry Seinfeld, but I don't know what year that was then. Which season was that? I got to look
He's
on
been doing
Netflix
that for like
and
10
see.
years.
God, I can't believe how many
Maybe more.
seasons he has.
Wow.
Yes, because Zach Galifianakis in that episode tells Jerry Seinfeld, "You actually are okay with that when people come up to you?" He's like, "Yeah, why not? What's the big deal?" He goes, "I mean, it's kind of different. Like when you're with your kids and your wife and you're trying to eat a meal and people are like, 'Hey, Alan,' and he's like, 'What? What are they gonna do? Hurt you? They paid to go see you do that. It's a big deal. They say that makes them happy."
Yeah, it makes somebody happy to meet you and take
it's
a
not
photo.
that big deal. I mean,
Unless you're in the bathroom or you are with your kids.
you have sought out the limelight. I mean, there's no excuse if somebody's going to come up and be rude or
But it
horrible
doesn't
to
mean
you.
just because you saw the limelight that you could, you're not allowed to have
it
any
comes with it.
privacy.
I mean,
Like, what is the one? My fiance Jen, she loves watching TLC, and what is that? My Big Fat Fabulous Life, that show.
they still use the word. They use the fat word.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
that's-
It's Eric. I thought you knew that girl.
How dare they?
How
she's
dare
she's
they.
out in radio in L.A. I think.
No, she used to work with Manny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she cries and whines on the show all the time about they're trolling me. I'm like, you sought this out. You sought it out.
Well, revenge is readily available if you contact Eric at krbe.com.
Especially this
Tell
time.
us all what
Summertime's
you
always
did.
good because there's less
Suspect
people
vacancies.
sending me stuff. So
Right.
now's the time to send it.
Coming up next, we're going to have to go over, it's like a group therapy about dating. We call it date or ditch. You're newly dating somebody. Something has happened. You've noticed something about this new person you're dating, and now you're at the crossroads. Should you keep dating this person or should you ditch based on what you found out?
Would you date somebody that's really frugal? Is basically what this person's asking.
Is it
Oh.
frugal or is it cheap? Let's find out next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Carlo on the Roula and Ryan Show and 104.1 KRBE. All right, my friends, I know everyone's schedules are really off, and I know that summertime has you kind of all over the place, but I'm just reminding you guys at this time tomorrow, we do something we call closure. You've been looking for somebody that has ghosted you, dropped off the face of the earth in your life, does not return your phone calls, will not respond to your emails. You just don't know what happened to them. You bring it to us. Eric is going to do his best to find that person. We bring it all together and you find out what happened.
Now, Eric, you have given us a little tease. This involves neighbors.
Yep. You know, we have a lot of neighbor problems the last last 10 days.
You either grow really close.
I know, right?
You either grow really close to those
Hurricane
neighbors, or you
friends.
realize these are not people I want in my life.
Yep. So they want to get some closure on some former neighbors.
What happened to you guys?
okay.
We used to barbecue all the time. How come you charcoal grills closed up?
Why'd you take my grill?
Oh, gosh. So that's tomorrow at this time. It's called Closure on the Roula and Ryan Show. Time for this very somber song now.
So serious.
Should you date or ditch, or are you the bitch? Time to decide. You can confide with the Roula and Ryan Show.
What is it?
What's the most important word there?
Show.
Show.
It's a show. Now we got to build to the crescendo.
Here we go.
Dramatic.
Yes.
Date or ditch. That's an AI version of a song we just
Make that decision.
Put together.
I think
or ditch.
I'm still paying for that service.
Are you really?
I need to cancel that.
What was that called again?
Suno or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
Suno.com.
But this only
Anything in
works
there.
when listeners are dating somebody and you call us at the listener line.
Yes.
That's the only way-
The listener
Which-
line is 713-278-VENT, and it's when you're newly dating somebody, so there's still time to get out of it. Here's the situation.
I've been dating this girl for about 7 months now, and she has this thing with extreme couponing where she's got to search for coupon deals. And it doesn't matter, like, really any time or place. Like, we could be on our way home from the club, and she's frantically searching her phone for Uber Eats deals. You know what I mean? And, you know, I get it. She said she come from, like, a low-income background, and she just never wants to be without money, and she does this to kind of, like, first of all, it's her hobby, and then it's going to save her a lot of money. But at the same time, it's becoming a little neurotic. And don't even get me started on the house, because I can't even go from the kitchen to the living room without tripping over 15 stacks of Vaseline because they were on sale for 3 cents each. I mean, it's getting hoarder status level. We have stacks of toilet paper, stuff that we'll never run out of. You know, like, don't get me wrong, I like to save money, but this is just getting to be a little too much for me.
That's almost like a doomsday prepper when they have that much stuff stockpiled.
But if you could be with somebody that knows how to save money, I mean, that's...
I understand,
The
Eric,
hoarder
but
thing is a
the
problem.
hoarding, I don't know about
But maybe
that.
he's just being, like, over dramatic.
He's got 10 cases of
Kevin,
Vaseline.
let's speak to the professional frugal man over here.
Yeah.
There's a worse addictions
City
than
saver.
saving money.
That's what I'm saying.
Space City Saver.
It's not drugs.
What do you think?
No. So what? Let her I mean, I think it's also better than scrolling through Instagram, and it saves your sanity.
That's true.
I'd rather them be scrolling through coupons and getting excited about that than getting sad
If
about
it makes you happy.
people on Instagram.
833-390-KRBE is our phone number. And maybe you've been in a situation like this and you want to give this guy some advice, like whether he should bail out or not. I would say my question for him is, let's, in your mind, fast forward this relationship. And you know how frugal she is on clipping the coupons and buying things in bulk all the time. How do you spend money? Do you match her at all? Because if you like to buy things because you can and you will, she is constantly going to be on you about overspending and buying things.
That would be so... Even vacation. Think about it.
Yes.
People on
She's
vacations
gonna
right
wanna go
now.
to the cheapest little motel place. You want to spend some money on a nice place. You don't hear the end of it, can't enjoy it because she's like, I just can't believe how much we spent on this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've really got to ride that fine line of how y'all merge with your money.
My mom was a real
spending
cheapskate. Like, she would work at Kmart. She would pack her own little lunch. She would not spend any money because she wanted to save it for us for our Christmas club. And for,
Christmas Club, what was that?
somehow,
Christmas
I don't know what
Club?
this was. Some savings account. You put money in and they match a percentage or something.
Oh, it's almost like a 401k.
I don't know what it was, but she did all this stuff back in the 80s. And she was really so cheap. I mean, we'd make fun of her for being cheap. But then when she died, my dad got remarried to the woman that, like, they were buying these crystal things, Swarovski. I don't know what
crystal,
they are.
little figurines.
I'm like, this is not my dad. Who is this guy spending money for doing this? They were like going to Florida to look at properties and stuff. I'm like, that's not the man I knew my whole life.
Because her personality
And
was
one
the
time he
dominant
goes,
one.
I miss your mom so much. She was just such not only a great woman, but she knew how to save money. Judy always spent money. So what's wrong with
Judy.
you? Yeah.
Spender.
I mean, if this is something that makes this
it's not
woman
a bad
happy,
thing, like Kevin said.
Yeah, no, it's not. But everything in moderation. If she truly is like buying things in bulk to the point where there's no room in the house and you're tripping over things, that's
annoying.
That's not right
Yeah,
either.
why do you need Vaseline? Like
Well,
that much
Just to
Vaseline?
have.
Somebody said on text, Lynn said on text,
I don't need it
point.
in bulk. I mean, I can honestly say that I might have one thing of Vaseline in my house,
It's
but
probably
it's
10 years old.
probably been there for at least
forever.
10 years.
Does that
Yes.
expire? Okay, so Lynn said on text at 37530, it's not the saving money that's the problem. It's what your house looks like because of it, or the need to stop at the store every day for this or that deal. My mom has low-key had this phase, and it was misery for us all. Okay, it's true, because extreme couponing, the little bit that I've seen on that show, they are buying, you have to buy like 8 of these
Right.
to get the deal.
Right.
Okay, so unless
sell
you're
the
very,
others?
very organized.
They sell the other stuff?
What do you mean?
Some of them do.
Some
Like,
of
is
them
that why they buy
organize
8?
their garage to have so much of it. It's like you go into their own little private Costco.
Okay.
They have like their own little private Costco in their garage because it's all organized, and you're never going to need another box of Ziploc bags at the quart size because they had to buy 22 of them to get the deal.
Right.
So again, our number is 833-390-KRBE. If you're just tuning in, a man called us for Date or Ditch. He's newly dating a woman, and she is very frugal, and he feels like he's fallen over things in her house to the point of hoarding because she buys so many things it's a deal, and he doesn't know whether he should bail out. Again, how are you guys going to merge together when it comes to finances? Finances isn't that the number one reason people divorce more than cheating?
Yes,
Right.
that's
It's
true.
finances.
I think that if it's bothering him this much, he just has to ask himself, are you falling in love with this person? Do you really, really care about this person? Because if you're willing to do the time, she might grow out of it. A lot of people just go through a phase. They're really into something. I mean, I've been that way my whole life, where I really get into something.
But cheapness,
Cheapness is not
I don't
a
think it's a
phase.
phase. I think that's what you
He
grow up
also
with.
said that
couponing.
she spoke about growing up with not a lot of money.
Right.
Oh.
And
So
that
that's
makes
something- yeah.
that is like that's a thing you got to dive deep inside about. Like, okay, well, now you're making some money, more than your parents probably did, and it's okay if you run low on toilet paper because you only have 2 8-packs left.
Well, he's got to ask himself,
you don't
is
need
this
to buy 12 8-packs.
is this a quirk that you can live with?
That's what he's asking.
Right.
I don't think he can live with it.
I feel like
Why would he
you-
call it? Why is he
I
calling
feel
us
like
that?
if you brought it to our show, it bothers him enough for him to bail. You have to ask yourself, guy, how into this girl are you? How into her are you? If you're just not that into her, this thing is going to drive you nuts.
I mean, 7 months, that's not, small these days.
Right.
7 months with somebody.
That's a good chunk of time.
All right, let's go around the room and let's all vote. Date or ditch. Ryan.
I say date if you really feel that this has potential. You can get past this.
But if you can only date, you're saying date. Roula.
I say don't ditch her before you have before you have a conversation with her about it. And then when she if you like the answer on what she told you, then continue dating her. Otherwise, ditch her.
Yeah, I say keep dating her. Give it a few more months. It's only 7. Wait 1 year. Go on a vacation.
I just think you need to have a real conversation with her about her spending.
But she's not going
habits.
to change, like Ahmad just pointed out. If you grow up poor,
so it's not a phase.
Yeah, I think.
Kevin,
I say keep dating.
I say not only date, but forward me the websites that she's going to and the Instagram she followed.
Yeah, share that stuff with them.
Yeah.
Lord.
And maybe
Ahmad?
get her. Go ahead, Ahmad.
I say ditch. Get out of it while you can. You're obviously annoyed by it. It's 7 months in. Break it off now.
All right.
Dang.
Imagine that.
That's a long time, though.
Why'd
Why'd
you
you
break up
with me?
I buy too much toilet paper.
Yeah. Too much Vaseline.
I'm sorry, I cannot be with you. You're just too
I still don't understand the
freaking
Vaseline
cheap.
thing. What do you use Vaseline for?
You could use it for
A lot of stuff.
different things.
Maybe
like
you've got
lip
dry
balm,
skin or
dry
something.
skin.
Your lips.
There's things for, if you have, I don't know if you have kids.
And a lot of those couponers just buy stuff because it's on sale.
That's
the
just it.
problem.
That's like the people that
That's
buy,
the
oh my
problem.
God, cat food is so cheap, but I don't have a cat.
But how is that being
Exactly.
frugal or
It's-
cheap?
yeah.
Like,
You're
that's being
spending money
stupid.
on
You're spending
things-
money on something.
yes.
At least I'm spending. I might overpay on something, but at least I'm using it.
Okay, when I used to try to coupon clip
I
back in
tried
the day,
so
I
hard.
tried so hard to do this. I found that I was buying more things that I didn't need because I had the coupon for it.
Right.
So then I was like, okay,
Like
no,
Costco.
forget it.
I love Costco, but half that stuff I don't need.
Well, because you're making impulse
Well, you
buys.
find things in there, you're like, oh, well, this is
The last 2
nice.
times I've been in there and I only bought like $50 worth of stuff.
And
I
it's
was
not
so
always
happy.
a deal. If you do the math up against HEB, sometimes HEB, the smaller one, is actually a better deal.
Yep.
You don't need a 72 ounce case of ranch.
Like that.
I do.
You don't.
That's true. You get those big old damn things.
There are things
Unless
I
you're an
cannot shop
extreme
at
wing
Costco
eater.
for because
Sweet
it's
baby
too
Ray's.
big.
You
Yeah.
can't even fit it in the door of your
Yeah.
refrigerator because it's so big.
I'm like, wow, that is giant maple syrup. Why do I need 3 of these in a package?
A jug. What do you need a jug of syrup
But
for?
then you look at the average customer and you're like, yeah, we do everything in excess, so you do need it.
People on text
Wait,
are
you're trying
saying
to
he
say we're
should ditch
big?
her.
I think we are as a nation.
You calling
I
us
think that was-
Costco shoppers
No, not
fat?
you.
Why
I'm
are
just
fat
saying,
shaming me?
All those hot
as
dogs.
Americans, we do everything in excess. So, yeah, people do buy in bulk.
We did not want to go down that lane, but
No,
okay, y'all
no,
can-
no.
Man.
This woman obviously had lost her damn mind.
Y'all go to the listen line 713-278-VENT. That's 8368, and tell us all the ways you can use Vaseline. Like this texter says,
Right?
you can moisturize an injured area to help prevent scarring.
Oh, you do?
Lots
Yeah.
of things.
Okay.
Lots of
I
things.
thought you
In
used
the
Arnicare
50s.
to prevent scarring.
Well, Vaseline's cheaper. All right, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, if you're just waking up and joining us here on the Roula and Ryan Show, we have a new queen of a bad song. It is the rendition of the national anthem that nobody needed, unfortunately.
Can we all say that this is probably the worst edition
I
of
think
the
no, I think
national
it ties
anthem
with other
ever?
ones.
I think it ties with Fergie.
Yeah,
I don't think
Fergie
it's
got
ever-
it.
This is so
Fergie
bad.
got
Fergie
it.
tried doing something different, but they're both crap.
Well, at least her
this
name's
is
out there
bad,
now. Everyone
bad.
knows her name.
Yeah,
Maybe
what-
not
I still
for the
forgot
best
though.
reason.
Ingrid something.
Well, Andres. We'll talk about it next in Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Arandas, and last night was the night of the MLB All-Star Game Home Run Derby. It is being hosted in Arlington, and with every big sporting event, we sing the national anthem. You just never know what's going to happen. This could be such a stressful thing for anybody who is assigned the song. Because
Well,
they
it's a
say
difficult
it's the
song.
most difficult song to sing. And is it most difficult because of how many words there are, because of the pressure of making sure it's perfect, because it's patriotic? I don't know what makes it so difficult. I don't feel
It's
like
a lot of pressure, Rolla, because you have to show respect and honor to this.
Well,
But
some people
when they
don't.
say difficult, I feel like, are they saying like mechanically difficult, like music wise?
technically,
deep in the notes,
because my
you
daughter
know?
is a singer, and she said, yeah, this is a very difficult song to sing.
I think what makes it difficult is you're in a big stadium.
Right.
You got
Big
that
field.
feedback coming back.
That's not easy.
So Ingrid Andress, you may not know her, but you'll know her name today, unfortunately, because she is not in the news for good. She sang this song last night. She's a 4-time Grammy nominee country artist. Her biggest hit peaked at number 30 on the charts. They're going country with the theme of Texas because it's being hosted in Arlington.
You're going to tell me you couldn't find a Texas country artist like Cody Johnson? He's going to perform tonight during the All-Star. Mm-hmm. He's like, I got the easiest gig tonight. I can't be as bad as that.
You don't want to. So here's some of Ingrid's. She reminded me of Julia Michaels' Issues. We used to play a song called Issues by Julia Michaels. But then I was thinking, is she purposely trying to make it sound like angsty? Here's the audio of what's made Ingrid go viral today.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
All right, kind of Jewel vibe, but here goes.
And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting
in air,
gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Oh, God.
Oh,
They're groaning. They're groaning in the audience.
Got him.
Or the land of the free.
Oh, God. Wow.
And the
Oh, my God.
They're saying stars like how we do Rockets. Because they have the Dallas Stars hockey team.
That's what they were yelling. Okay.
Yeah, it's like when we say
Roula, I
Rockets.
need you to apologize to Julia Michaels right now.
I know, Julia Michaels' Issues, because, I thought it was kind of angsty
That was so
sounding.
bad.
But then it just goes so bad at the end. And you know what? Here's what nobody's talking about. Who the hell won the home run derby? Nobody cares.
knows.
Nobody knows.
Guy from the
It's all
Dodgers.
about
That's all I
this.
remember.
But it was a guy from the Dodgers.
I did not
yes.
get a country vibe at all from that.
At first I thought she was like indie pop or something.
Yeah,
like,
that's what she looks like. Yeah.
like we were saying angst type.
So Fergie is now trending because of this. Why is Fergie trending? Because Fergie sang the national anthem at the NBA All-Star Game years ago, and she tried to go all like boozy vibes with
to
it.
me, it felt like she was trying to pretend like she was
Jazzy.
Draped
Liza
on a
Minnelli.
piano.
Oh.
Broadway, like when it was all that jazz type thing. When
Really?
They got
Oh, so very,
Oh, I
very
thought she was
show
like draped
tuney.
on a piano trying to be all like, sexy about
she got her
it.
elbows in on her sides and her hands are like
She's doing
Here's
jazz
some
hands?
audio
Yeah.
of Fergie's national
kicking
anthem that is
kicking.
also trending today.
I'm 50.
To compare.
our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave?
Oh, my God.
Come on, girl, get it.
No, that's bad. That's just bad. And
here's
it's
what-
one of these things where the artist wants to show, look what I can do to the notes.
I'm gonna change it up.
I can absolutely sing. I'm a
change it up.
singer.
You're not Jimi Hendrix when he can change it with a guitar, how he made
He
it.
can bend those notes.
So here's how
Santana.
some of the reaction is going online. It says, with all due respect to Miss Andress, who is wonderfully talented and surely a delightful country singer, her rendition of the Star Spangled Banner was not good. I'm sorry, but it wasn't. We're all thinking it, and it has to be said. Here's the video. That was from CBS Sports. A lot of memes are coming up, and it's one of them is The Rock high-fiving John Cena as if they're passing the baton from Fergie to Ingrid.
Do other countries have this problem, Roula? Have you ever heard like the
You know
Greek
what?
national anthem? Do they ever?
Somebody
Or-
told
oh,
me,
Canada?
Eric, that other countries don't play the national anthem like we do at everything.
Before sporting
And
events?
I haven't been to
It's just a
enough
custom
sporting
here?
events to know.
Yeah, is
I
this
don't
just an
know.
American thing? Well,
Maybe
Canada.
it is. Somebody can text us if they're from another country. Do you guys play your national anthem before all these events? I don't have that answer because I'm trying to think. Have I ever been to a sporting event when I was visiting my family in Greece? Not really. I went to the Olympics, but that was all the national anthems.
That's
I went
when
to
you
the
win.
2004 Olympics.
You got to remember
win,
this
the gold,
song.
you win the
Right.
song.
This song was not. It was not written as a song, and it's just a small section. The entire Star Spangled Banner, it would take you like 10 minutes to sing.
And as far as singers go, look, I'm going to take out Carl Lewis, and people are texting, what about Roseanne Barr?
She was doing that as a
She's
joke.
not a singer. She was an
But she did that
actress
on
who was doing
purpose.
satire, crazy, disrespectful.
Remember, she grabbed her crotch.
Yeah,
and
she was being
spitting.
ridiculous. When we're talking about actual singers that were hired to do this, everyone says how difficult it is because of the audio, and you insist on being live, but the separation of the sound traveling in that stadium. We've done a lot of things on stage before as radio personalities, and absolutely you are lost in audio if you don't have an earpiece and you don't have a speaker facing you on that mic. Years ago when I was pregnant with my daughter, I got on stage with Enrique Iglesias. I couldn't hear anything. I could not hear a thing because 17,000 people in Toyota Center, there's a spotlight on us. I don't have an earpiece and I don't have a speaker box in front of me. I don't even know what he said. Then he hands me the mic. He wants me to sing Hero. I'm not a singer.
I think he said, lady, stop grabbing my butt so much.
I like that.
The fourth time, okay.
He definitely didn't say that. Anyway, so it was pretty unfortunate, and Ingrid Andress today is a viral
Poor
name.
thing. I mean, there was a possibility, like you pointed. Poor girl. I mean, you pointed out that it could just be a second delay in her earpiece that really threw her off.
That's what it sounded like to me.
But it sounds like she was being hurt with some of the way she was going, like, and
I look at the positive. People know your name now, and then you can prove them wrong and show them how
that's
sound you
not
are.
always a good thing.
Hey, guess
Why
what?
not?
When the Grammys happen, Ryan, and they say she's coming up to present, I know exactly who she is.
But I don't buy that any press is good press thing.
Why not? She could get a reality show. She could do so much now. She's going to come back. The country fans will support her, and she'll be a bigger star.
Yeah, I feel like the most loyal fans are
Time for
country fans.
KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
People love to build people up.
And tear them down.
But hopefully they can build her up now.
I hope so.
We can have our laughs today, and then tomorrow they'll build her up.
They're like, here's a redo. She gets a mulligan.
All right, all but 130,000 customers have their power restored by CenterPoint. And they're saying right now, 92% of the impacted customers have been restored. About 98% should be restored by the end of today. Me and my fiance will not be one of them. We got a note basically saying it could be Friday. And a lot of people are saying that our CenterPoint is saying because of isolated issues, such as nested outage, some customers will not have their power until Friday.
Because some people had, like yesterday, I wasn't supposed to get mine until the 17th or the 19th. And magically I got it back yesterday because they were able to get the tree cutters out to get what they needed cleared so they could put this brand new pole up and rewire everything. So that was a nice surprise when I got home. But this is more than just a lineman problem. We said this yesterday. The tree people have to be in line with the linemen to get the job done. And some of these things, like the weather heads blowing off people's roofs and then electricians have to get involved. Yeah. There's just a lot that we don't realize has to happen.
Now, remember when Beryl first hit and none of us had cell phone power and we were like, oh, well, it's probably because the cell phone towers don't have power. I learned something. We had a friend who worked for a cell phone company. He's like, I don't know why they're saying that. He goes, all these cell phone towers have generators.
It's because your friend works at Best Buy.
No, he worked for
over there.
No, he worked for the cell phone company. He's like, he's like, I don't know why they're, y'all are saying that. Because these cell phone towers have backup generators. Something's not there, right? The Busby Law Firm is representing a lot of Houston restaurants. They're filing a class action lawsuit against CenterPoint Energy right now because some of these mom and pop restaurants, they're being put out of business because of this.
Well, all of the food that had to get thrown away.
That's a lot of inventory.
Tons of inventory. Then maybe you got your power back, so you restocked for a bit, and then it went out again.
Yep.
You are losing so much money. It could be enough for you to not be able to pay your rent and have to shut your doors. So I can absolutely see why that's happening. Coming up next, we've got Try It Tuesday. Speaking of food in restaurants, a delicacy on seafood restaurant menus is oysters Rockefeller. It includes spinach, like a creamed spinach over a roasted,
like Kevin and I think this
poached oyster.
This is the kind of oysters we'd eat if they're cooked.
Yeah, it's a cooked oyster
with that breadcrumbs on it.
Yes, like with like a cream spinach over it, and like a little bacon bit and
grilled
some
oysters, like they do at the Ruport or at Drago's.
I don't want
in
slimy
Orleans.
sucking that down. Ugh.
But it sounds
They're
fancy.
called oysters Rockefeller. Ahmad is going to show us the ways of the grocery store version of the oyster Rockefeller.
Now, wait.
TikTok thing, and he does it in the air fryer, and it's like with sardines or something. I don't know.
I think I'm scared.
Are these
I'm a seafood
normally
person.
refrigerated?
No, it's
What?
a can.
It's a
No, wait, what?
He's
It's in a
doing
can.
canned oysters.
Oh,
Kev.
no, I am not. No, sir. No.
You can do it, buddy.
Can you make oysters Rockefeller from a can in an air fryer and have it taste as good as a restaurant
People
making
say
it for
it's
you?
unbelievable.
Really? Oh, God, I'm scared.
It's also TikTok. It's probably a 12-year-old.
Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.